and welcome back to The Good, the Bad, and the Bald. Today we have I guess, a present for you all.
Yeah, it's,
it's one of...
definitely not one you would return.
It's the Bald's favorite series. Well, one of his favorite series, and probably one of his least favorite entries.
And here, okay, yeah. I mean, well, we'll get into it.
Let's just start and we'll see. We'll go from here.
New game. We're playing Metal Gear Rising: Revengeance.
Are you going hard?
Oh, we're going
hard. Don't play.
Tutorial.
Is the tutorial story based or?
No.
Then no.
But
no.
All right.
I didn't get a tutorial.
You did. Your game started out with tutorial.
No, it didn't.
Lollipop Chainsaw?
No, I wasn't talking about that game.
Alright.
I was talking about Shinobi, motherfucker.
So here we are in a Kojima-esque
city.
45-minute opening.
It's a city, alright. Alright, so why Metal Gear? Why do you love that game so much? Or this series so much?
I love Metal Gear probably because it was an amazing storytelling I've never seen in a game before.
Now, which one was your first? That's
Solid. Metal Gear Solid for the PlayStation.
For the PlayStation, that's what drew you in?
Yeah, that was the first game. It didn't feel like a normal, here's a boss, fight it, you're done. I actually ended up caring about the bosses you fight. Like, when you beat someone, it kind of gave you their backstory and everything, and it just kind of, tugged at your heartstrings.
Mr. Lightning Bolt?
Mr. Lightning Bolt. He's riding.
How many nicknames does he have? He has Mr. Lightning Bolt, he has Jack the Ripper, he has Jack, obviously, he has Raiden. Jack is his real name, or is that just a fake
Jack
name?
is his real name. He was called Jack the Ripper because he has... It kind of he plays in the middle of the game as well. Because he's a child soldier.
He's very old looking here.
Yeah, it's not the prettiest one there.
He used to be pretty.
He did. Then he took... arrow to the
jaw
in there.
You didn't even.
It's I don't know. But I can't explain him not looking pretty. But this is.
It looks like David Bowie unhealthy now. Oh, okay. There's the jawline that's missing. I was like, doesn't he not have a jaw anymore? But okay.
He was, and this was the weird thing of the game is I think this is supposed to take place after 5 or maybe before 5. Regardless, 5 ended with Raiden going back.
4.
4. Yes.
5 is the
4.
prequel. Clearly, that's would be after.
4 ended with him kind of going like,
I give up.
Because he wanted a war that never ended.
Yeah,
kind of like Frank. And Snake was like, that's not a way to go.
Wait,
it was a way.
Raiden wanted that?
Yeah, Raiden did.
I thought he didn't want to.
In 2, he kind of like, I want to go back to my family. I don't want to do this life. And then you find out that his life went to crap, and he just wanted a war. So he just left and was just like, I'm just going to fight in every war that's out there.
That's lazy writing when it's like, this is the one characteristic of him, now we're going to completely change him. Wasn't this guy in 4?
No, this is all new. There's no one from any other Metal Gear game.
Who does he fight in 4 then? I swear that he fought
4 he fought Vamp.
Vamp, that's what I'm thinking of. Okay.
Who I loved him a lot. I thought he was a great character. He looked very Vamp-esque. But it's not Vamp.
Okay.
I think this guy's called Jetstream. I think his name.
Sonic Jetstream?
Sonic Jetstream. I think it's
Jesus Christ.
Oh, this game's pretty top gory. Like
that's just unnecessarily gory for like no reason. Just because again, I've never played fully any Metal Gear Solid games. Is it nearly or always been this bloody? Like, not just like gunshot to the head, he's dead, his blood's coming out, but I mean like overly cutting into people or
like
smashing,
that.
Yeah.
I think in 4 maybe you saw stuff like that.
That's with all the nanomachines.
That's with nanomachines. Like, but the thing is Jack, he was all nanomachines, so when he bled white. It wasn't red. It wasn't
that's
blood.
Lame. He looks like Rude from Final Fantasy VII.
any guy in a suit that's bald with glasses is
that's
gonna look like
Rude. And she looks like any stereotypical nerd woman because it's always blonde, always with the hair back, always glasses. Okay, but so you love the villains, and I have to say, for again, not
I love the villains in Solid.
Not playing too many of the games, but I watched a majority of them. I really did dig the villains. I would say my favorite of the series would be 3.
Snake Eater was great. I think that's my favorite as well.
I remember my friend was like, "Hey, do you want to watch me play this?" I'm like, "Do I have to?" I didn't really watch you play 2, but I watched you play 1. He's like, "Well, it's a prequel." I'm like, "Oh, okay." He's like, "You're really gonna dig it."
This is a friend other than me.
Yeah, that's you know.
I had you watch me play 3.
No. I actually watched the full game. D made me watch it.
Oh, all right.
Back in when it first came out for the PS2, and I actually have a funny story about was it the Grief? Is that the ghost guy?
Sorrow.
Sorrow. But before we get into that, so he's like, "You like James Bond, so you're gonna love the opening." I'm like, "What are you talking about?" I mean, I guess he's a spy. And then I watched the opening of like obviously this the Snake Eater song, and I was like, "I'm sold. I am sold on this game."
Here we are.
That is
Levitating sword.
Okay. Does he fight with his feet in this game still?
I think one of the combos you can unlock is a group attack where he
so
puts
cheesy.
I hate it too.
With his heels. But no, the Sorrow part. So it was his first playthrough, and my god, those heels. He's got those
It's
fantastic
supposed to be
legs.
like the ninja shoes though.
But they're heels. Ninja shoes don't have heels, they're flat.
A little artificial compound eye unit.
Because he wants to be like Snake. But
everyone wants. I want to be like Snake.
But so we
all right, there we go.
we got to the Sorrow on his first playthrough, obviously. So we killed almost all the people, and that was packed full of it. We were doing that for 2 hours because he kept getting to the end and dying, and we didn't know obviously what you're supposed to do. So he kept playing, hitting quits, restarting, doing over and over.
Oh yeah, that part was.
It was a mindfuck.
That was sorry, that was trying to do the blade moves. That was like the selling point to this game was you could slice a guy up like 1,000 different ways.
But yeah, he got to the end. I watched him. We tried every which way. We tried to shoot him. We tried to come to the side. We tried to do everything.
Yeah,
and then finally, after again like 2 hours, we got to him. And he's like, "Wait, I don't have any revival pills. What the hell?" And he like used
that was always in your. That was always there.
He didn't think about it. He thought he'd used it or something. But like, and we got to it and we used it, and the cutscene happened. We were like, "Motherfucker!" Because we were wasted. So you missed him. Good job.
I had him. I got him one
So if
hit.
he is already quote unquote dying,
it's like a stun attack. Well, it's if you stun them and you do enough damage, you can do the blade mode. At which point you can just start chopping off certain like limbs.
This game does look like, hey, we like Devil May Cry and like Bayonetta and things like that. Why don't we try to be really pretty? It doesn't look like you can do it just yet because you're cutting them up, but not.
Yeah, I think it's unlock it later on because this is.
That's what you do.
This isn't like yeah. Well, no, this is a weird like I'm not actually storylining it. This is a prequel to the actual story.
Okay. If I remember correctly. You're not fully nanomachine-esque.
Yeah, I'm not.
Because you don't have.
Right now, I'm like protecting a minister and stuff like that.
He's probably gonna die, and you're gonna lose my.
So I'm just a bodyguard, but yeah, as you can see right there, he grabbed the blade with his blade.
God, that is so stupid. I don't care, Kojima. I know you didn't do too much of this game, but that was the stupidest design.
Well, here's the thing. Here's the interesting part of the story. Originally, Kojima's original I say that a lot. Original intention for this game was Gray Fox.
Well, no, I know this game was, and his team was like, "Hey, we should do Raiden."
See, but that's like the big thing was.
Yeah, I knew that was the selling point,
and I think they did it really well.
I will admit, it did a good job. They actually got it. Like, you cut this part, that's where it gets cut. That's phenomenal. More games should do that.
I can go through and cut a wire off, which was how they showed the blade mode in this.
But they did the foot thing in Metal Gear 4, so that means he did that he wanted that in there in 4. The thing that I always loved was when he introduced Raiden in 2, it's like, we really like Raiden. Kojima was like, I want people to like Raiden. No. And everyone was like, no, this isn't Snake, fuck you.
Here's the thing. I feel the hatred for Raiden, and I do hate Raiden, and I went back to think about it, is because the way he was presented.
Yeah, oh no, it's hands down why he was presented. He was whiny.
It's not even that. It's...
What I was going to say,
go on.
He was whiny, his missions weren't really that effective. You went in there using guns, and he was like, well, here's a sword. And you're like, I don't want to use a sword. And then, worst of all, he had that stupid naked scene, which a lot of people hated.
That honestly didn't bother me.
I just remember watching this, I'm like, what am I doing? Why am I here playing this? So, okay, well...
Turns it into scissors.
Oh my god. Is he a robot, though?
Oh yeah, everyone's a robot here.
Oh. But okay, so, what were you going to say, the reason why?
Okay, because you got to think about this. Metal Gear Solid 2. So many people have been waiting for this game.
So he decided, hey, let's not make a good game?
It's all right, because you open up the game and you're playing a Solid.
Yes,
you know,
which is what everyone wanted.
Giggling.
Yes.
We're boyish, you get all these new ways of the gameplay. You actually have to hide bodies. The AI has been increased.
Yes.
You can shake down people. You can hold them up. Great. 45 minutes into the game, you're playing a Solid.
Yes.
And then all of a sudden, the game switches, like the boat kind of crashes, and you open up with Raiden.
Yeah.
And you're sitting there going, what is this? And it's the exact same opening to Metal Gear Solid. He swims into this place, he climbs into this area, he calls the chief, and the whole thing, and you're just sitting there like, what's going on? And you're playing through, and you come across this battle, and you see Snake. And he's obviously Snake. It's not like
maybe that's not
maybe
Snake.
that's somebody else. And here, this is one of the fun points, and I was thinking about it as I'm remembering. His name in the game, they were like, well, you know, what's your... Because Raiden doesn't know who he is. He doesn't recognize him as Solid Snake. He knows of Solid Snake, but's never actually met him. And he goes, yeah, you could call me Pliskin. And I'm sitting there like, what? Iroquois, Pliskin. Snake, Pliskin, Escape from LA, and I remember sitting there going like, did they really just reference that? I'm sitting there, I'm like, no one's going to know that.
That is a really random call.
Because PlayStation 2, I'm thinking kids younger than me are playing this now. They've never seen this game till so right now I'm about to fight a Metal Gear Ray, which for a game to go up against a Metal Gear
at the
was
opening
already,
level.
Yeah, it was already kind of like teaching you, like, oh, this is going to be something different.
I remember seeing the videos of this, and I'm like, is this really how this game opens?
Oh,
okay.
yeah.
And I was like, this is going balls to the wall.
It was, you know, even the stuff with me.
But you know how I felt Raiden was in 2? It felt like if you were playing Sonic 2, and you're like, hey, you don't get to play Sonic anymore.
Yeah.
Here's Tails. Like, not like you can choose Tails, it's no, this is Tails.
Gotta slow down now, it opens up the armor.
So now he's gonna shoot you.
That's what Ray does. He's supposed to be the Rex killer. I mean, I'll give it to this game as much as I was like... Alright, here's the thing. The funny story about this whole thing. I hate Raiden. Like, I'm vocal about it. I remember sitting there and going through Time Hop. And I guess at the couple years ago where my Time Hop picked up, it was when they were talking about Metal Gear Rising. And I remember it just sitting there going, well, I'm never buying this game.
And
I'm not playing this, crap this. And of course, I didn't buy the game. I went and bought limited editions.
Yeah, didn't you get the electrical sword thing?
I did.
The lamp or whatever it was.
Yeah, the plasma lamp.
That is kind of... It looks cool. I'm not going to deny it.
It was because it came with a physical item, which for me, if you ever want me to buy a special edition game, put something physical in it. I don't give a crap about anything digital. I want physical. I think there's an achievement if I cut off the tail.
Alright, so obviously we know you hate Raiden with a good
Again,
passion.
the way to go back, I don't think I fully explained that. The way he was presented, it's because you play a game where you waited forever to get to this, and then all of a sudden you don't get to play Snake again. You play 45 minutes of him, and then this
wait, so you're riding for the rest of the game?
Yep, you're riding for
the rest
I
didn't know that. I thought you were it for a small point and then you went back to Snake. Oh,
never
that's
play
terrible.
Snake again. You team up with him eventually.
Oh, that's stupid. No.
And I think the ending of the game was, and if I'm wrong, please, internet, obviously, I'm fine with you to tell me. It was all VR.
I remember that.
After a while, you start getting weird messages from the colonel going like, "You lost. Turn off the system."
I remember that. And people were like, "Oh, that's just Kojima being like." Turn off
I honestly thought I was like, "Oh, maybe I did screw up and it's not supposed to turn it off. Maybe that is the game."
You turn it off and walk away. I guess I win.
I almost turned it off. I was like, "Oh, maybe I'll have to restart the game." Because I was thinking, it's around the time games did do an actual, they took the time into consideration of how long you've been playing. Like Castlevania 64, if you did not...
this is where it gets crazy
If you didn't beat the game at a certain time, you couldn't get the true ending.
That's kind of cool, I didn't know that.
Because there was another vampire hunter in the
and he was doing it.
And if you took too long, he got the Dracula before, and Dracula would turn him.
This is fucking ridiculous.
Oh, the game it's gorgeous. I'm not gonna lie, but it is just kind of craps on the rest of the Metal Gear series of.
Anyone
Why did I have
else?
trouble finding this thing?
Yeah, it's making Snake look useless, and that's the sad point. Alright, so yeah, we clearly know you do not like Raiden too much.
It's, again, if they presented it to me a different way, it could have been different.
Now, I would say one of my favorite, I mean, I don't have anything against Snake. I mean, I hate Raiden as well for the little bits I know about him. One of my favorite characters, I know he's another great loved character as well, has to be Ocelot.
The greatest video game villain, I don't think.
Would you, now would
again,
you say...
fanboy talking, I don't think they made a better villain yet than Ocelot.
Now, would you take Snake or Ocelot more? Who's your favorite?
Keep that up and the whole building could collapse.
Yeah. And you can say which Snake
I'm gonna
as well if you want to.
I'm gonna go Ocelot.
Ooh, now as him as a whole, a certain version of him.
Oh, him. I think the old man version is always gonna be my favorite.
Which old man version? 2 or 4?
Solid. In the.
I mean, 1.
In,
Solid or 4.
The PlayStation, yeah.
Okay. Yeah, I loved Ocelot, and I have to say that was one of the selling points for me for Snake Eater. Was here's the young man Ocelot, and you built him. You made him the Ocelot you fight later, which I'm like, that's fucking legit. And
yeah, you see that build in front of your eyes. I remember just very giddishly just going like, I'm building you. God!
I would say as much as I love and would want to talk about Ocelot, I think we should give it a little break here.
Break in the episode.
Yeah, let's stop.
There,
bye, President. Alright, we'll call it here, and we will see you guys next time. We'll talk some more Metal Gear Solid.
And I'll cut something else.
I don't think so. I think you're already done with the cutting for the rest of the game.
So sure.
It's done. Right. See you guys next time.
Ta